he got me, bro. Now he got me pissed off. Errol.
Oh, what happened?
No, I went to shake his hand and he didn't even touch it. Now I'm like, yelling in your head. You're just like.
Tim Tszyu versus Errol Spence Jr. July 26th, right here on Main Event exclusively. Make sure you order it. I am here with the other side of the main event, who just saw his opponent, and apparently your opponent didn't have much love to show you. Are you just used to expect respect, like kind of that moment, you know?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I was always brought up to show some sort of respect to your opponent.
Yeah.
But that's all right. It is how it is.
Yeah.
And, doesn't change anything.
Are you surprised he didn't shake your hand?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. But it's all right.
Now you're mad at yourself. You're not even mad at him. You're mad at yourself.
No. Now I see how it is, you know.
Are you mad at him or are you mad at yourself?
No. I'm always.
You're just mad at
I'm
the
all
moment.
right. I'm all right. You know, like that's just how I was brought up.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I guess we're all a bit different.
Let's go back a little bit. Let's kind of get out of that energy. I was a little surprised. I've never really seen you like this before. You just had a fight April 5th, if not mistaken, 10-round fight. Fight just before that was in December. How important is it for you to stay busy even after, you know, the last like maybe 2 years that you've had?
Yeah, I think it's important, you know, keep the wheels in motion, keep them flowing, keep learning new things. I went over to Miami for 2 camps and learned new things. Worked a lot on just boxing, you know, not just trying to go in there and be aggressive, but just learn a bit of the art of it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to do, and now we're on to the next one.
And on to the next one, you're with Jeff Fennick now instead of the trainer that you had out in Miami. Is this a situation where Miami didn't work out, or is this a situation where you got what you needed and now you're moving back, you're moving on?
No, technically just being at home. I think that was a big part, just being at home, you know. Spent so many months just away, so it felt like it was sort of affecting me to a certain extent, you know. Yeah. Just being comfortable at home, and then that's why I came to Jeff, and I was like, he's the guy that makes me comfortable. So it's a legend in the sport.
And I'm glad I get to have this conversation with you. No ill feelings, nothing went wrong with Miami.
No.
But look, you had 2 fights with the guy, and you're moving back to Jeff Fennick and moving on to Jeff Fennick. There's so many different narratives that could come up about that. So I'm actually glad that I get to ask you this for myself, that it wasn't, I couldn't figure it out. They were doing things I didn't like. It was just being at home. I don't want to be this far away this long.
Yeah.
Which is completely understandable.
Like, you got to feel comfortable during camp, you know, and that was the main thing for me, is just like being so far away is just not needed for me. Yeah.
There is a theory, and I want your perspective, that a fighter needs to go to camp, needs to be away from the family, needs to be away from the things that makes them happy, which I am in total disagreement of. And I think my dad had to learn that kind of like the hard way, for the sake of words. Do you feel it's important for you to separate yourself from the things that make you happy, or are you going to get it done the way you want to?
Yeah, look, I used to think that. You need to sacrifice this, you need to do this and this, you need to give up that. But I think you just got to be comfortable and happy where you are, and that becomes the best version of yourself, you know. So I don't feel like I need to go away from everyone.
Right.
Hide. I don't need to get into a hiding. I just need to be comfortable.
Yeah. You've worked with Jeff Fennick before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Like old times? Anything new?
We're coming in like that. Action.
What do you mean?
Action.
Yeah.
So he's one of the best inside fighters of all time. So there's a lot to learn from him in terms of that.
Yeah.
And this fight, stylistically, it's not going to be like me running and moving. I'm coming in, you know. I'm risking it all.
Yeah. Well, risking it all, you got Errol Spence Jr. Kind of take us through, not the business side, but like the perspective that you have of making this fight. Was this a fight that you called for, Errol called for? It's happening in Australia. Kind of take us through.
Yeah, I think both parties came to the party, and then I don't know. I was notified after my fight against Velasquez in December, and then I accepted straight away. I wanted to get one more fight in before that. And then it's a real, like, for both of us, there's so much on the line.
Yeah.
And it both, for both parties, it leads to a big victory for both of us.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why there's so much on the line.
Let's go back again real quick. You said that both parties kind of came together, and this fight is what we got. When you had the fight in April, did you already know that Errol Spence was after that April fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was hard to focus again.
Yeah.
You always look at the next challenge, of course, but when you got a challenge that's like that in front of you, after, it's hard to look straight at it.
Did anyone try to talk you out of having that April fight before this?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I sort of would do everything my own way anyway.
I know. No, I don't like it. Again, you got Errol Spence Jr. Give me your thoughts on Errol. You know, he's been out of the game, been away from the game. It'll be about 3 years when you guys fight that he had his last fight.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I think 3 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Especially at the sort of the peak years of your career.
Yeah.
Don't know how he's been looking after himself or what he's been doing. So, again, he's been one of the greatest fighters of this decade. You know, his results speak for themselves, and his only loss is against Crawford.
Right.
Who is the greatest fighter of our decade.
Right.
You know, so it's a crazy challenge in front, but a challenge that I'm willing to take with both hands. And I wouldn't be taking this fight if I knew I didn't win.
A lot can be said about getting in the ring with Errol Spence at this point in time. For you and yourself, what's your truth about getting in the ring with Errol right now?
I want to hurt him.
Yeah.
That's my mentality right now going into this fight, because I really want to do damage.
You feel like you're catching them at the best time?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I don't think I'm expecting the Errol Spence I was fighting.
Yeah.
Kell Brook back in the days, you know, that type of fighter. But we shall see. You know, that's the questions for him to be answered.
Errol has really never, his identity has never changed in the ring. He's always been this train, doesn't move fast, but this train that just keeps going forward. Your style is similar in a lot of ways. And working with Jeff Fennick, I can only imagine that it's going to be even more. Kind of take me through the stylistic matchup here and how the fight's going to look.
Yeah, I think he's like very monotone. But he's very good at that.
Yeah.
You know, and it drowns you.
Yeah.
He's got a very stiff jab, and the jab is very consistent. So I think that's probably going to be the hardest part. But yeah, this fight is going to be a relentless style for me. I'm looking to just bring the heat. Yeah. And let's see if he can match it.
Yeah. It sounds to me like, I mean, we got two trains on the same track. And you're good with that. And I've done this with you enough times. No, like you're actually mentally, you're good with that. You got no thoughts at all on like, you know, hey, maybe we should try moving around a little, stepping over. No. Yeah.
We're going straight in.
Yeah. This is you, right? But is any of this like for the fans? Is any of this is the fight that fans want to see though? So that's what I'm going to give them? Or is this just, that's how I'm going to beat them?
Yeah, it's been a bit of both, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like stylistically this is the fight that everyone wants to see.
Yeah.
There's a fan-friendly type fight. Two big names in the sport. So I feel like it's one for the fans. But at the same time, for myself, this is the fight that I've always sort of dreamt about.
Yeah.
Always wanted.
Yeah.
Always been on my hit list.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a bit of both.
This one's always been on your hit list.
Yeah.
Dating back to how long would you say?
5 years ago.
About 5 years. We didn't get the fight against Keith Thurman. But Keith came over and he had that fight against Brock. Kind of took over. He took over Australia for that moment of time that he was there. The crowd was loving him. TV was loving him. You know, everywhere he went, people were loving him. Did you feel that at all? Did you feel like, you know, this dude is on my turf?
Not really. I actually became a fan of Keith.
Yeah,
I was like, man, this guy's.
Yeah.
I love his personality. I thought he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He talks a bit of smack, but it's all fun.
Yeah.
And he played Brock really well.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind it.
He said he played Brock. So the reason why I asked that is because you got now Errol Spence Jr. Raising his hand to come over to Australia to take you on. Do you feel it as if, you know, he's coming on your turf and, you know,
100%.
You must protect this house?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know,
You didn't feel like that when Keith was
No,
like,
it was a bit different.
I was like, yeah, you know, Keith,
People started to like him.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, Aussies.
Yeah, but with Errol, it's a little more serious. Obviously, you got Errol's in front of you now.
Yeah.
Keith wasn't exactly in front of you.
Yeah.
You got Errol. Any thoughts that he could come over and take over the house?
No.
Yeah.
No, I feel like this fight, the magnitude of it.
Yeah.
I think all the Aussies. This is for the Aussies.
Yeah.
And this is why I chose Jeff Fennick and bringing it all back home is because this is a fight for Australia.
How much you watch film?
A little bit.
You watching a little bit? Yeah. What about Jeff?
He watches a lot.
Yeah. You guys get together and watch together?
We are going to.
Okay.
So we start camp as soon as we get back.
Nice. Take us through fight night. What do you think fight night's going to look like? If you could paint this perfect picture of how this fight goes.
I want to come in red hot. No feel out this time around. Just come in red hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go in and really just go for his head straight away.
That's what you want. Is that also what Jeff wants?
I don't know. I haven't
talked about that
spoken to
yet.
him.
Okay, well, let's hope that's what Jeff wants. That way, there's no, we don't see him,
Yeah.
Shawn Porter's in the corner on fight night because Jeff, that's what you want.
Mm.
Do you think that's the best way to go about? It sounds like, yeah.
Possibly, man. Possibly.
Yeah.
I want to. The 3 years that he's had off, you sort of just want to take him by surprise, like this is what we're in for,
Yeah.
Remind him of the good old days.
Yeah. You look at the fight he had with Terrence Crawford, and obviously we saw Terrence Crawford handle him in ways that nobody has ever handled Errol Spence Jr., amateur or pro. You don't have a Terrence Crawford style, but did you see some deficiencies in Errol's game against Terrence that you hadn't seen before?
Yeah, of course, he was really exposed.
Yeah.
In every way, but that's Terrence Crawford. So you can't really judge a book like that because what Terrence Crawford does with all his fighters is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really judge that performance. But it just shows that he's human as well.
Right.
There's no such thing as invincibility.
Right.
And Terrence Crawford proved that on Errol Spence.
Right. And then that was 3 years ago, but he's been on your radar for about 5 years at least.
Yeah.
What were you seeing back then that made you feel like, man, I want to take this guy on?
Yeah, I just thought it was a mega fight.
Yeah.
Mega fight that I knew that he was going to come up in weight.
Yeah.
I don't know, ever since he started talking smack on Twitter and saying that Harrison was going to beat me in this and this and this and just bagging me out, calling me trash, I was like, you know what? I really want to get this guy.
That's dating way
I don't
back
want to. I'm not the guy that talks bad about people. It's not me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've always sort of had this thing against Errol.
I had Errol do this, and please oblige me with the same. Look into that camera. Give the Aussie fans a message. Tell them what they can expect July 26th.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. And this one is for Australia.
I like it. July 26th, Tim Tszyu versus Errol Spence Jr. live and exclusive on Main Events. Make sure you check it out.